Hey up, it's part 2 of the Veggie bog filter conversion. Not an awful lot left to do, so hopefully we'll be up and running shortly. We have had some frost overnight, but you can see that the sealer is set, and it sets like rubber. So I'm pleased with how that is. I know it doesn't look the best, but like I said, I'm going to add another layer. I don't think you can be too safe. The inside of the flange, there was plenty added there as well, so as it's been pulled to the side with the through bolts, it should in theory have a seal all the way around the inside, but I am going to still add another layer while I can before I fill everything up. I did put a small amount of gravel in yesterday. I'm not going to do a time lapse of me shoveling gravel in. It's not going to be exciting for anyone, least of all me. So we're going to try and get this finished off. We're a couple of days down the line. I've been at work, but as you can see, I'm nearly there with gravel. I haven't got much more to put in. The sealer has dried really nicely. It doesn't look very nice, but it dries like rubber. It's yeah, fantastic. If I get any water seeping through there, it's well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've solvent welded the hose tail on. Yep, that's all good. So effectively all we've got to do is attach the 50mm hose to that, fill that with gravel. Now I've got the 25mm coming out here, and that's going to go to the pump. That's my only concern, that the flow rate of the pump going into the bog will exceed the 50mm outlet, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that the outlet is enough to cope with the flow of water coming in, because obviously it's coming in under pressure, but it will be leaving via gravity, albeit by a hose twice the size. I do have a plan if it doesn't cope and it overflows. I do have a plan to mitigate that. Hopefully we won't have to. Very quickly on the pumps, that was the pump I was going to use. It's out my original pond. I was going to clean it up and use that, and it does have a variable flow essentially, because you can change the flow between the outlet pipe or the fountain head. But I've changed my mind on that, purely based on power. It's got a 70-watt power draw. So if anybody's seen the costing video that I've done for running the pond, if not, I'll stick it up here. It costs 68p a day to run the pond, and that's on about 170-watt draw. So putting this pump in to run the veg filter would add another 70 watts. So what, maybe 30p a day, 35, 40p a day extra. So I found this, and it's an Old Pond Solutions pump, and it's an Eco 3000. So it's rated at 3,000 litres an hour. This one is actually 4,600 litres an hour, so it's less, but I don't need much. Rated at 3,000 litres an hour, but the power draw is 10 watts. So 1/7 of what that one is. So you're looking at pence per day to run. So that's the reason. So that was 60 quid. So that'll pay me back inside a year, just on running costs alone. So it only needs to last me a year to justify buying it. So yeah, that's where we are. So I'm now going to get the wheelbarrow and shovel out and shovel more gravel into there, and hopefully we'll get the hoses attached and start looking at wiring the pump in. So that's the gravel in. I do have a little bit left if I need. I've created just a small brickade there, if you like, to protect the outlet, so the gravel level can be higher, if that makes sense. So now all we're going to do, I might level that out a bit, but I'm going to attach the pipes, and then we'll look at the pump. Right, as you can see, I've got the 50mm outlet hose now on. I haven't put a clamp on yet, because the clamps that they sent me with the hose don't fit, which is brilliant. So just to test it, I'm hoping it'll be fine. And very quickly, I've just wired the pump in. For anyone that hasn't seen the inside of a switch box, it's not massively exciting, very straightforward. So I've still got a spare switch in there if I need. You can see it's fused, everything's earthed, so we're all good. And we've got an RCD direct from that anyway. So the pump is in, wired in should I say. There it is. So now I'm going to place it down in the pond once I've hooked all that back up, and we should be good to go. It feels it's very odd when you don't have the pumps on, everything's silent. I will quickly take you around because the fish have come out. I don't know if that's because I'm creating such a racket. Yeah, you can see them all, and a few people have commented asking where the fish are. Obviously they're all in the cave hiding because it's 0 degrees, so they're not out doing much. But yeah, I can certainly tell a difference when it's not running. So we're all connected up now. There's the small hose. Excuse the mess, I've just slung everything everywhere. You can see the pumps in there. Obviously it's nice bright colours, which is awesome. I'm going to have to think of a way to cover that. If anybody's got any ideas, please stick them in the comments, something to disguise that. Obviously I've got to work out the hose. I'll run the hose up through the rocks and then it'll all be buried in. But while we are just testing it, it is just slung in for now. So on its initial run, because of the gravel in there was rinsed off, the gravel in the bed, I'm going to turn it on and let it cycle through, and it'll discharge onto the lawn for now. There'll be a lot of debris and a lot of wash off. I don't want that going straight into the pond. So yeah, we're going to turn it on. So we'll see. So as the pump's running, and I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like it's successfully filling the pipe, which is good. It means we've got a successful void. I am curious to see how long it's going to take to fill the bed. I've measured it roughly. It's probably 700 litres, I think it was. Can't have been gallons. 700 litres. And if this pump was running on max, it means it would cycle every what we're on, 7, 14, 21, yeah, cycle 4 times an hour. But that all depends on the discharge, so yeah, we'll see. It's been about 10 minutes. It looks like the water level is now starting to seep up through the first low part of the gravel. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but you can hear it settling. Yeah, the pond level has dropped quite a bit. I've taken the skimmer lid on just to make sure it doesn't drop too far. Yeah, so far so good. So I've given that a couple of minutes now, and you see the water level sitting at about halfway up the discharge. So that's not bad at all. So it means I've got a good inch of pipe left, so about half an inch of pipe left. If it rains or snows, then hopefully that should still be able to cope with the flow rate in. So yeah, that's discharging quite well onto the lawn as well. There's room enough for a bit more gravel on there as well, so that's good, because I don't really want much surface water. I want it gravel. So I'm not going to let too much more water escape, because I'm as low as I want to be on the pond now. So today, see, I've just put the hose down and discharged straight into the pond. That's going to really cloud it up. Hopefully not too much will settle, but it will get filtered out. It was only the same as when I first filled the pond, I suppose. The amount of stuff that came off the rocks then. I'm hoping it'll only take a couple of days to clear, but I will keep my eye on that. So yeah, we're still only halfway up on the outlet as well. So yeah, all in all, pleased with that. So I've got a few things to do. Obviously you can see I've removed most of the excess liner. I didn't cut it too far back, obviously, because I knew it was going to settle. So it's still plenty for the edge there. I'm going to tidy that up. Got a couple of ideas for that. So it's been running about 20 minutes, and remarkably you can see it's starting to clear already, and we're still only halfway up that hose. That's good. The pond hasn't clouded as much as I thought. Still obviously very cloudy, but it's cloudy in the skimmer now as well, so it's coming straight back through quite quick. So hopefully it'll not be too bad. It's not too cloudy down this end. Like you can see some of the fish hiding down there. So yeah, so far, there you go, running in. It goes without saying all this will be buried in. Once it's been running for a while, I'll probably bury it in the spring, to be fair, providing that this pipe's alright. I did have another idea of maybe building up and running it down as a stream. Sort of just have it straight from the outlet, straight into a liner, through a rock channel and have a small stream straight back in. But we will see. My main aim was to get this filtered on. I am going to put another layer of gravel on. Like I said, I don't want it to sit in water, I want it all just a top surface of gravel. So I'm going to do that. And then there's these. These are the cage walls that came on the pallets of rock. Now you see rustic sage rock. I'm going to add these to the sides, one on this side, one on the other, and one on the top, and have them as a growing structure for when we put the tomatoes and things in, so we can tie them on and grow them up. So that's my next bit, and also I've got an idea for tidying the liner up, so I'm going to crack on with those, and then I'll film it when I've done it. So you see that's the caging put on for a growing structure, if you like, so we can do tomatoes, various climbing things. Now it's just the liner really. I don't know whether to do that today, or I might leave that till tomorrow now. Give it time to settle a little bit. And I've got to put another layer of gravel in. So I've just quickly done that edge, and all you can see, I've got some 38mm pipe left over. So I've just cut that down one side with the angle grinder and capped it off essentially. So I'm going to do that all the way around eventually. But yeah, I just thought I'd do that one side just to see if the idea works. So hopefully it'll look a bit neater than it does now. Again, because I've already put these sides on, I don't know what I'll do here. Yeah, any ideas, stick them in the comments. So I've just put the last bit of gravel in. This is what the level I had in mind. I thought I'd get that done while the water's nice and cloudy and messed up. Get all the gravel in so that'll all get rinsed off. So yeah, the water level's still awesome. That's the gravel in fully. One edge is done. Obviously I've got the other edges to do. I don't know if I've got enough 38mm pipe to do all the edges, so I'll do what I can. And then the growing structure for tomatoes, etc. So that's it, we're just about done, with the exception of the edging. I haven't got any 38mm left, so I'll get some more of that in time. Get that finished off. As you see, I've just put some watercress in there. That seems to be going, it doesn't matter whether it's frosty, snowy, it just keeps growing in the other bog. So I thought it'd be ideal just to throw some in, see how it gets on. And obviously when I come to put some veggies and what have you in there, I can just rip it out because it's not cost anything. So I hope this is have helped someone, anyone. So far so good, touch wood, it's working. I'll keep everyone informed when I do the monthly updates. I'll include an update on this. Obviously I'm not burying any of the hoses in yet. I'm going to leave it for at least a fortnight just to give it some settled running to make sure that it's all good. So thank you to all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers and everyone that keeps coming back. It means an awful lot. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for the likes and the comments. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you very much.